And I am live. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's put on some music a little bit. There we go. Yes. Welcome on this Thursday. It's King's Day today in the Netherlands. Our King Willem-Alexander has his birthday. So all hails to the king. Most of us have a day off. Some of my colleagues have to work. I don't, but I have to work Saturday. Anywho, yesterday I started a stream about prepping metal minis and the old school Oldhammer minis. These were still in the... That's always a good start. Yay! These were in their blister packs yesterday still, so I have prepped them, primed them. If you did miss it, I am uploading the vid of that stream in this week's. I am uploading it and I will publish it this week, maybe next week. No, next week, start of the next week. But I enjoyed it so much, going back to my youth, which is not so very long ago, of course. Yeah, still very young at heart. There was something like I do here 2 songs together, whatever. So the whole prepping of metal minis, the prepping is a little bit more work than with plastic minis. Yes, very good, brain, thank you. Because yeah, metal is a little bit harder, but not so much. You can still, the mold lines are the same, you can scrape them off or you can file them off. The only thing that I always do is, when I have metal minis, I use a steel brush, or yeah, I believe at least that's what we call it in the Netherlands, to brush it all off, as the minis have some kind of a mold release on them. Plastic minis do that too, Only with plastic minis you can just use a little bit of soapy water and rinse them. You can rinse these also, but with the steel brush you create very, very, very little scratches on the surface, so the primer will hold even better. And yes, metal minis, please prime them. I know it is an extra step, but metal and acrylic paints, they do not go very well together. You can put paint on them, but you touch it and the paint will come off after 1 or 2 times touching it, especially minis that you are going to play with. Prime them. Also, when you're finished painting, seal them with a varnish. I do know there are spray can varnishes. I haven't seen problems with it, that especially the metal paints that will go white. I have even seen that normal paints are going white. I have no idea why. I am lucky enough, I did buy myself an airbrush, and with the brush on primer that I use for that, there is no problem having that. I think it has to do with certain ingredients in spray cans, I don't know. I did have some problems in the past, but I'm talking about 20 years ago, with spray can varnishes that do that. The one solution I have for that is, and very weirdly, the varnishes in spray cans that turn white are the ones made for model painters, for acrylic paints. I always bought a very cheap acrylic varnish from whatever store you can, like the Action or something like that, a very, very cheap one. Spray it lightly, but make sure you cover the whole model, so don't put a thick layer on it. You never get a varnish in those stores that is completely matte, but when you have put on the cheap varnish coat, use your original, more expensive matte mini painting varnish, and that worked always for me. And of course there's always, you can use a brush on varnish, especially if you have to do it with a brush. Yes, it is more work, but I would say what's worse, getting minis that you are handling and the paint chips off after all your paint time you have spent painting, or you will varnish them but they get white. Still bad for all the time you have put in for your painting work, or just an extra step with a cheaper varnish and then an extra layer of that. Cheaper varnish is still a varnish and it is still keeping the paint where it should go, but that's my little advice. As I am not really playing with most of my minis, but even the minis I am sure I just put in my showcase, I always varnish them. The one time I probably will not varnish them is if I make a piece for a painting competition. I don't do that yet. Maybe I will. Hey, Viking Pie! Yeah, you can't keep track of my streams. Yeah, no, that's even I cannot keep track of my streams right now. Welcome, welcome. I hope you have a great King's Day. Long live the King. Yeah, I did have a blast yesterday with my old school minis. So yeah, I wanted to go on with it and maybe even start painting some of them. Why not? I was still working on my card. This mini, I had to repair the tip of the spear. So it will never be as sturdy as if the cast was good and I did not have to repair it. But it's good enough so I can prime this one to start with. I have just, with my homemade extra large base, put an extra layer of plastic putty on it, but it's I'm not going to really force it, but it's nice and sturdy, so I can remove the tape. Yes, because I have already been throwing around minis, of course, as you can see. There is my over there. That's. I do not really make a going to make some really stone pattern in here. I will use this part just to. Well, I guess I will cover most of it just in moss of the stones. So that's not a so that middle part doesn't look like stones. No problem. First things first, we are going to prime our skeleton spearman. And yes, in this case I am using a white primer again, because I want to give this one also a little, not really bright colors, but the bones I have to do in the bone white, and if I use black they will be a little bit too black too dark for my my taste. I will make a quick pit stop and set up my painting stuff. I was not prepared for your stream. Yes, I know, sorry for that, but yeah, the problem was I totally forgot indeed, because of my last two streams of the Friday and Saturday, because of the internet problems, my schedule for these days, not that I kept them. No, not. Yeah, I had put up a schedule for that, for these days, but yeah, with the internet problems, it didn't really get out. And to be honest, this stream was certainly not on the schedule. So it's a surprise stream. Just like yesterday with this brush on primer, which you can perfectly use in a airbrush. I'm not really trying to give it coverage for the color, as long as I can see if the color of the metal gets a little bit dulled, then there is a little layer of primer on it, and that's more than enough, because the primer you only need the primer for a little layer between the metal and the paint. It's not about getting the base color on it. Well, which means you do not really have an even coat of, you don't need an even coat of primer. As long as there is primer on there, it's enough. I will certainly, for the skeletons and the mummies, use a base color of bleached bone or something like that. I don't have bleached bone anymore in my paint collection, as I don't own very much GW paints anymore, but I have colors that look like it. It's a little bit of an off-white, so white with a little bit of yellow in it. You can also make it yourself, the colors. Well, if you have all the basic colors, and I do not mean all the basic colors of all the manufacturers, but literally if you have a magenta, well, look at your printer. It only needs 3 colors, and black and white. Don't forget the white from the paper. It's also a very important color. But in fact, if you have those colors, you are able to make all the colors you want. A little bit more difficult, yes, I know. So I certainly will not do it, as I still find that I do not owe enough colors. Also, I'm always very interested in. Hey, I already have a lot of colors from Reaper. I have a lot of colors from Scale Color. I have a little bit of colors from Vallejo. Yeah, no, why not? Let's try to get even more in with. Yes, I have also some Pro Acryl. And now I remember something completely different, but something I will do on the side. One moment. Yes. I always like testing stuff. Then I saw Pro Acryl had a transparent purple, and Reaper has a clear purple. Now, this is the clear purple from Reaper. Yeah, this is the transparent purple from Pro Acryl. I have not even painted that much with Pro Acryl, so it's not even very sure that I will keep these colors, but as far as I have tried them, I like the colors, I don't like the pots. And that's not because of they have this little weird screw tip, because that is the thing that I do like about them. A lot of people like the loose, they have dropper bottles where you can screw off the lid. I don't like that. Well, I don't like it. It's okay, but I like these, to be honest, much better. This is the only reason these kind of openings or lids or whatever you want to call them is the only reason that I did buy 2 flasks of PVA glue from Citadel or Games Workshop, because they have that same opening. I like that much better than the normal standard loose cap from the normal PVA glues that we have here in the Netherlands. So that's why that's those. So I do like those quite a lot. So you don't have to unscrew, or you don't have a loose cap to hold on. But anyway, yes, I never wet my brush. I always wet my brush before I start painting, but never with water. Let's see what we can come up with it. That looks nice. Of course, clean it before we start with the other one. Otherwise you get a contaminated test, and we don't want that. Dry it. Oh, I'm afraid I did take the blue and not the purple. Okay. My bad. Where do I have the purple? Where is my purple? Oh, my gosh! Do you have my... Nagash is nowadays hogging all my paint colors. Then paint faster. Hey, watch it. So yeah, there will be a little bit of a blue tone over here. I can of course use a little bit of white. Yeah, let's. I'll just paint over it, whatever. It's just a test, and I do it a little bit more like here. Okay, you get your paint back. Paint here over the blue. I know it will look a little bit different, but oh, they look very similar. That's good. That's good. Just in case, yeah, even the color is indeed quite the same. That's always good to know. Not that I will change immediately from Reaper to Pro Acryl or something. But in case I cannot get my hands on my on a Reaper color, I know I can go for this. In this case, go to Pro Acryl. Good. Back to metal painting. Question. My Odin bust has white grayish hair and he has a helmet on, yeah? If I were to paint the helmet non-metallic steel, would that be too much white grayish? Oh, I'll get the photo. I don't think so. If you... yeah. You can of course make the helmet, yeah. You know, I have not so much experience with non-metallic metallics. No, I don't. I don't think so. If you do it, if you give it a nice, at least a nice shadow underneath the helmet, and if you do it like to give it a real non-metallic, it will also be more white. Because on the picture, the beard is real and the hairs are really an even color of gray-white, but it's more gray than white. And if you make the helmet really shiny, I think you can, and the shadows really dark. No, I don't think, no, I think you are quite safe with that.
Hydrate, but all I have
I
is
just didn't have a
coffee.
drink, thank you very much. Never too much coffee. So, good. Yesterday I was working on these 3 minis. I also had a nice Reaper-like sitting figure, because that one has to go on this card. Officially there should be a pile of bones on there. Now I remember that's why they have those holes in there, I believe. I know I am probably missing some parts. I am going to fill those holes with plastic putty. Give them a little bit of a... Never say never. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're right. I have managed a few times that I did drink so much coffee that I could really not drink anymore. So I will, because the pile of bones that should be on here, I don't have anymore. That's the only part that is missing. I do have some skulls and skeletons and whatever, but I can make a bunch of them separately. Now I am even looking at the mini. Yeah, he can sit in between there. So yeah, that's the plan for the card. Oh, and that needs to dry. So let's start with the plastic putty, and yes, I do love this plastic putty in the tube. It never gets as hard as green stuff. So for building stuff, this is absolutely not. You will be lurking for a bit. Need to do some yeah, no, do your research. It's okay. And thank you for the lurk. I'll try to keep chatting. That's one of the things. I was already a little bit in the chatting state from my own. I was preparing a few things, cleaning up a few things, and still talking to myself. So I said, hey, if you are going to work on this, why not stream? Good. I will let this dry a little bit, and then I can make some patterns in them so that it looks a little bit more like the wood. I had a little bit of a problem yesterday. There was no yoke on this. Yeah. This one is also almost breaking. Yes, he's doing some back-breaking labor. Right there, so I will strengthen it a little bit with a little bit of super glue. Just a little bit. That will give it, for the time being, a little bit more strength, because I had a little problem, and that's this nice thing that fell off over here. Now, that is something I can try to fix this with only super glue. That is not a, but it will never hold very good. Meaning I will have to go really old school. Where is my flat file? I'll flatten this a little bit. I am going to pin it, and I did talk about it yesterday. Well, pinning is simply drilling a hole in this part, drilling a hole in that part, put a little metal thread in there or whatever. I use this. It's just what you can buy in a do-it-yourself store. My drill is 1 millimeter. This is, as you can see, 0.9 millimeter, so a little bit smaller. So it fits a little bit better, a little bit easier. First, the easy part is drilling a hole in this piece. But to make sure it is a little bit it's good in the middle. We poke a little hole. Where did I have a pot specially for broken knives over here. Just so that I don't throw that. First step, underpainting. Okay, good luck. That's also one of the things that I need to research still. For this, let's put on my reading glasses. Bam. Or better said, my painting glasses. Because this is going to get a little bit fiddly. So find the middle of the part you are going to drill. Just make the start of a little bit of a hole. Because if you are starting drilling on a flat surface, the drill will slip everywhere you want. This is metal. Luckily, it is metal that is not very hard. So you can do this with a hand drill. Takes a little bit of time. Yes, a power drill would be easier. I do have an electric drill, a Dremel, even in a drill stand, so I could do this a little bit quicker. But I know that not everybody has that luxury. And just to show that this is not really so hard, it does take a little bit of time, a little bit of effort. And of course you need to have two parts that are not that are thick enough to drill in. The spear that I had yesterday is, I could have drilled a hole in it and pin it. As you can see, let's get a little bit closer, why not? You can see the drill is a little bit smaller than the whole shaft of the spear. But I have done it before. I certainly normally I would have done it 10 years ago, 20 years ago. But this time, as it was still attached on one side, I just filled the gap with a little bit of super glue and reformed the shaft with some plastic putty. This hole does not really have to be this really deep, but I am making sure that I am drilling well into the skull, not only in the... If I only drill in this part, you see it is, can you even see how, let's get a little bit of a closer look. You see, there is only not even a millimeter on all sides left, which means if I put a pin in there, it still can break off quite easily. So I am drilling till I am sure that I am in the skull itself. And as I said, this is metal, but it is of course not iron. So it's for a hand drill. As you can see, it's not really that hard. You do need to push a little bit. Also, don't push too hard, then the drill will certainly slide away and you have nothing. But because what I always do, don't drill both holes. In this case, I don't drill both holes right after each other. I put the pin already in there. So I take a little bit of thread, or whatever do you call it? It's not a thread, but some of the metal pin. You can also use a thick paperclip part. Make sure that if you want to clip this, you use a heavy duty clipper and not your mini. Yep, there we go. Not your mini clipper, because this one is made for softer metals and plastic. I did do this work with my mini clippers in the past. I could throw them away after 2 times, because they are not of the same hardened steel as the heavy duty clippers. I always sand it down a little bit to get a little bit of the grease off. Oh, my stream. To get the grease a little, there's always a little bit of grease on them, and you get a few scratches in there that will give you more surface for the glue to stick on. I am taking my liquid super glue. Put a nice drop on it and just stick it in the hole. As I have a little bit of room, I have to adjust it a little bit so it is straight up, and it is. And now we are going to let that dry. Is it fishing week on the Pokemon community game or something? Because I see lots and lots of fishes coming over. And let's what was that?
Hydrate.
Yeah,
but all I have is coffee.
Yeah, I know. Pokecatch Ultra Ball. Let's see, and hydrate. Thank you. Oh, I totally forgot. I have to still eat my my orange tompoes for today. Now we are going to do the same. Let's see, where did it break off? Over there. I will flatten it a little bit, because this is a spherical part. If I do not flatten it, my drill will slip, certainly. Again, with my knife. Yay! Oh wow! I did catch the Kingdra! Yay! Carefully, with just a little bit of pressure. Don't really push it in. Otherwise, your knife will slip. And as I always say on the work floor, I don't have first aid, I have only last aid. Dig a hole, throw the body in, en noem die part in infinitus punctus and sand over it. In Dutch it sounds a little bit better, because if you say sand over it, it just means forget about it, it's okay. I believe in English it would be more like cows under the bridge. No, water under the cows under the bridge. Oh my god, water under the bridge. Something like that, I believe. Now, I now have to be a little bit careful for some reasons, because I just glued the back on a little bit, so I don't have to watch out not to bend that too much. I have to make sure I keep enough pressure on this part so I can drill. I also have to use a little bit of force for the drill itself, but now I also have to be careful that, well, slipping I probably will not be doing, because the hole is already nice there. But I have to watch out for, and that has happened to me, that I drill too deep. So I will be checking quite regularly. I do not want to drill too deep, of course, for obvious reasons, but I also need to get deep enough so the pin will have enough room to be glued. And I can assure you, in my days I have pinned thinner stuff than this. And well, I do know this this ornament, it has no real, it's not important for the whole structure. It is going to be on a broad base, so it will certainly not be dangling just in the air. It will be above the base, which means if you take the mini, and best way to pick up a mini is at the base, for those who did not know that. Oh, nice print in my finger there, but still. Let's see, this is the whole drill. That's about 2 millimeters, and I am, oh, not even a millimeter in. Good. Let's see. Yeah, I have my first aid kit. Very reachable, just in case. Now with an electric drill you have certainly to watch out with this. You are very easily to drill completely through it in a few seconds. This is also something that I have done with some plastic minis, especially if the parts are very small, but not, but at least bigger than a millimeter. Like plastic horns. Normally, I would say pin them if there is room. Now this one should be dry right now. It is. Somehow this dries. This always dries. If I put parts together and I can put it away, it dries very easily, very quickly. When I have to hold them, well, if you have seen the stream yesterday, and otherwise look on YouTube when it is uploaded. Yeah, I had some parts that did not stick together very well. Now I have to guess about how big the pin should be. I always use a bigger pin than I really have to. It's easier to take a little bit off than put something on again. I do know I have some... Oh, where did that one go? I have a magnetic board somewhere. Oh, over there. Originally it is for screws. Oh, I always forget that. That's my very good brain. It's a magnetic screw holder that you can also attach because it's magnetic on both sides. I always use it for my pinning materials, and I always forget that I have already. Well, in this case it was good to show that you can buy this in a do-it-yourself store. Anyway, this is probably still too long, but I want to see. Oh yeah, it's about 1 millimeter. And again, it's better to take off the reason that I do it like this, and watch out of course that you item from my wish list, a lining brush. Okay, I guess a lining brush is a brush with very long hairs. You know what? Let's Google lining brush. Yep. I already thought that. Note to self. Okay. And that is indeed, yeah, for nice straight lines. Sounds a little bit weird to me too, but if the brushes have a little bit longer hairs, brush hairs on them, it does. That's why I like my AK brushes. They have longer hairs than my normal brushes. They are also a little bit thinner. This is the one that I always use for lining. It works fine for me. Well, you see, back to the pinning. I have the pin. Nice. Is maybe 1/10 of a millimeter too long. So I could get my. If you want to be that precise, you can of course use your file to file it down a little bit. Now, while filing, I already noted this one is loose again. Damn, but that's not a big problem because we are going to add some super glue to it anyhow, anywho. So cover the whole pin and the part that it is attached to. Well, not the whole part, but at least the top of that part, of course. And stick it in the hole. Nice and deep. Position it. Oh yeah, the other one is also hanging a little bit to the outside. Hold it a little bit. It's already drying, but not completely dried. And now I do see a little bit of flesh on the hooves of the undead ox. That could also be a residue from taking it off the I do know the bases with a slot in it are called slaughter bases, but what are these then called? Those are not the slots. Those are the slot fillings. Anyway, that's the part that normally goes into the base, but as I have a nice sturdy big base made, let's see. That still fits nicely. It is not as even as I wanted to. But on the other side, it does give a little bit of an impression that it is moving. That they are dangling about a little bit. And that's what I like. I am going to attach, or at least try to attach, the box to the base. And I hope it will stand on its own. I am using the gel super glue. Put a little bit more in the middle, like that. Hold it. And I am hoping that that leg is not touching the floor. I will bend it down a little bit, like that. There we are. And maybe we can just get him to... Yeah, look, look, look. He's already standing. Sometimes I have brainwaves that do work. While we are still working on this, why not see if we can get some other thingies done. Oh, right. We still have... no, that is... I do have... Oh, I have a lot of metal parts and other minis, of course. Oh man, what is this? It's also, that is probably his. This is his, this is his. No idea whose that is. I do know that I have a few minis in here that are... Oh, this is a very old mini, I guess. As I said yesterday, I did buy, or not really buy, I exchanged some of these minis for a lot of my LARP stuff. I can imagine, as these are almost the same kind of primer, that this was what the original thought was about this mini. I have this one. This should also have a weapon attached. At least they should have. And I have another one. This one. This should go with that horse probably. Oh wait, no, wait. Huh? We need a musician. You need a what? A musician. Musician, yes. This is the musician. Da, da, da. Yep. Because then this one goes with that spear, probably together with that sword. This one goes together with this sword and that shield. I am pretty sure of that. The only thing is, he's missing an arm. I have no more arms. It's not a big problem. I have arms enough. But he has also no horse. Yes, he has. Only completely not painted and... Oh. It's plastic and it's letting loose. Hey, Papa Pariah! Sculpt a new arm? No. Are you crazy? No. I have a little thing that's called a bit box and Papa Pariah. Papaya, papa. Oh my god. Papaya Pariah. It's still not had enough coffee, I guess. So I give you a free hydrate. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I have a little thing that's called a bit box. Oops, and I will get up for that. Oh, my old bones. Oh, my old bones. Oh, but they are not as old as yours.
Hydrate. But all I have is coffee.
Yeah. I do have a little thingy that is called a bit box. And I have so much. Good afternoon, even. Yeah, that's how how wake I am. First things first. So this goes with this mini, and yes, this is his cape. Good. This is not an undead mini, by the way. As far as I know, it's an elven lord. At least that is what I thought. But now I see he has. No, it's still an undead. Damn. And what is that other guy that I have? No. That's a little bit. Hey, crew discs! Hello, hello, hello! You cannot find an arm. I might have a spare on my little bit box. Well, I think thank you, but I think I'm good. I even have a metal one, so that's no problem. As I thought. Close up, please. Oh, from this mini, yeah. It is an undead. I am pretty sure. I see now a lot of skulls on it. Close up. There he comes. There he comes. And I have this mini. These two. And I do know one of them is for my undead dragon. Can I even get a better close-up of the both? And I guess this one was for my undead dragon, but I have no idea where this... Wait, I have an undead dragon and I have a nightmare. And I'm not even sure that the undead dragon now did have a rider on it. Huh. Oh, I already have the picture. The zombie dragon, that's the one. Oh yeah, then I get to a... Can I get a bigger picture of it? Come on, guys. There is a rider on it, and that is this one. This one is for the zombie dragon. Where are all your notes? Yeah, that's what I said. Most of these minis I did not buy originally. I just traded them in and they were already half painted, half put together and everything. The arm is most likely of a vampire lord. Yes. That is... that I can agree with. I am now fairly certain that that is at least an undead. But there was also a mini on a nightmare. I am pretty sure about that. I do find a lot of things about nightmares, but not even. And I do know because the nightmare that I have does have a saddle on it. And I show those are the new ones. No. am still googling. Yes, there we have the one that I was searching for. It's the Blood Dragon Vampire on Winged Nightmare. Yay! And that's that one. Good to know. Where is my memory? Over here. Hoppa. And now I do need to. I always forget that Google is a painter's best friend, even if you are not looking for how to paint something. Meanwhile, I'm multitasking because I have stuff that needs to be dried, or that needs to dry. Clean up the nozzle. Up. Whee! Why didn't I just search it earlier? This goes with that one. This one goes on that one and goes on this horse. Here I need a... Yes, I have. This one gets also a nice... In fact, the same... Whoops, so... Oh, let's see, do we have... I have enough spears. Do we give him the same? Now do we have a nicer looking one? Oh yeah, wait, yeah, we have. Oh, even with an armored arm, why not? Then I can save this one for another one. Oh, let's go. Sorry guys, I don't see you. Mystery solved, yay! Now that is holding on, so you are going there. So, you are a... Oh no, first, you are a vampire lord on Winged Nightmare. And I should have that nightmare some... Oh, why? Hello, why is my camera out of focus? That's... Oh, but because I am completely zoomed in. Sorry. Mystery solved. Yay! Right. Oh, it's even a blood dragon vampire. Oh, it's not a vampire lord, it's a blood dragon. Vampire on Winged Nightmare? I do know that I did have I did have that certainly the Winged Nightmare I did have and have used as well used. Always took it separately. Now I am a little bit concerned. Because a lot of my vampire accounts I did sell back to the original owner because he wanted them back. Oops. See Daisy. I will go look in a moment. So I go back, go back, go back. Go back, go even more back, go even more back, and there we have him. The zombie dragon. Yeah, for sale on eBay. Yeah, no, I'm not going to buy that one. So this is the zombie rider. Because it literally says it is a zombie dragon and it says nothing about a rider. Yeah, so much happened in 30 years with all my minis. So this I all have now. This has weapons. This one has. There is one mini. This one. That has little wings on his helmet, and this one should originally have also those wings, but I don't have those wings anymore. I also have this is also some kind of a banner. But I don't have a. Oh, that's nice, because I do have some kind of a banner, some kind of a back banner. I believe that it is. Let's, even if it is not part of the mini. Sorry, I mean this one. There is some thing that should not be there. This is a little bit of flesh in the middle. Just clip it off. I'm going to, even if it is not a real back banner for one of these models, I will give this model a back banner. Anywho, anyhow, anyway, anywhere. Why not? Just because I can and I will. I am going to make myself a new cup of coffee. So I will be disappearing for a little moment. And while I do that, I will also go look for my zombie dragon. Anywho, yeah, it's somebody that appears a lot over here. And then wild Squovert has appeared. Oh, let's try to catch it, why not? Whee! So I'm going to get some coffee, and I'm going to get a quick look at my minis, because I am now really afraid that I also sold my at least the zombie dragon, and probably also the winged nightmare. Huh. That, excuse me? Oh, then let's be professional. Let's see. Oh, kick. Oh, look. I did catch the Squovet. And apparently Viking Pie loves the color Dark Sea Grey. You did buy it recently and it's already half empty. Yeah, well, you have certain colors that will always can you always use with a lot of other different colors. It happens. Cheers again. And as far as I can see, I no longer have the zombie dragon, nor the winged nightmare. You use it a lot for non-metallic metallic. Okay, Dark Sea Grey. It's sounds a little bit like a bluish, yeah, bluish greenish grey. It's the same what I have with is this one, the field grey. They call it field grey, but sorry, it looks indeed more like green than grey. It's a color I use quite often for stones, just to make sure it's not too greyish. So again, yes, that's a color that if I paint stone, that's one of my go-to colors. So as I said, I don't have a zombie dragon anymore, nor do I have a living nightmare. That means I have two very nice looking riding people, undead people, but no things to ride on. No, I have only this is not really a dragon, and it's certainly not an undead one, but I think I can certainly use it for one of them. It's an officially an orc creature, orc. Right. Yes, it is missing a horn and its tail. Those I have because I just got it out of my still to repair box. Yes, I do have a small box with stuff that I still need to repair. It happens. Ooh. And also, well, dragons are not a problem. I mean, if I need a dragon to put a rider on, the only thing is... Oh. I do have a nice looking undead dragon. Certainly. This one. As always, a work in progress. It's even the first dragon that I 3D printed. That's why it was pretty damaged, and I damaged it a little bit more just to make sure it looks on that. Crutex is off. There's something happening in the town center. I'm going to have a look. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I see you tomorrow indeed. Have fun. Enjoy your day. So give all the regards to your to the family. So yeah, this could be a nice piece. Only yeah, the mini is a little bit too big, to be honest. Yes, yeah, GW has a lot of really nice minis, but they are bigger than the standard, normal standard of minis. You almost destroyed my card. Damn. Oh, this one does fit. Look. And to be honest, using this one, I mean the original. I can show you. The original Living Nightmare looks like. Let's see, yes, we have. Oh, it's. Oh, that's Melchior that I have. Melchior on a Winged Nightmare. Nice. Good to know. And where do we have him? Over here. Can I get a nice big picture of him? Of course not. No, that's a link to a. Why can't I? Why are these always linked to all kinds of websites? No, they're not. Come on, I just want to get the picture. This one is not even really that clear. That one is nice. Ah, of course I take the... Oh, it's not that big, but where is it? Internet. This is how the original Winged Nightmare looks. So, in comparison to the how big the mini is, this certainly could be used as the Living Nightmare. So that would be no problem. And I just learned only that model. Little problem. That model does not really fit on this one. Where is my pen? Over there, where I always keep it. And what was the name of it? The old undead. Where did I see it? I did see the name somewhere, but here it says again the Blood Dragon Vampire. Oh well, whatever. And it has, oh, it has a undead white zombie dragon ride. That's a white. Good to know. As always, doing a lot of stuff while I am painting and doing other stuff. So I need to finish you so you can be ridden with a nice more stuff to paint. No, I already had one. Oh yeah, that's right. Good. How long is it? Am I already? Not that I mind. Oh, 1.5 hours. Nice. I have no idea how long I will be streaming, but I will take off for a little late lunch. Later, not yet, not yet, not yet. Right now I am thinking, let's put everything together. Then I can off-stream prime everything, because these are primed, but it's chipping off, and I don't know what kind of primer they used. So I will prime the whole stuff, and then we can come back at a later time, probably tonight, and I will get some painting done of on a few or one of these models. I do have to work tomorrow, so start at 6 o'clock. So get up at 4 o'clock. So it will not be a very late stream, but yeah, I can. You know what? Let's say that I start between 6 and 7 somewhere, in case you are interested. Let's see if my undead ox has been, yes, it is stuck to the base, a little crooked. It's not completely straight up, but hey, it's undead. So we can certainly work on that one. The card, it's in fact it's all the same thing, so I can still attach it. This has only to make more of a wood color. Yeah. As I said earlier, I need to get a little bit of the wood structure in here, and I still need to paint it anew, so that's no problem if I scratch this old paint off, flatten it a little bit. At least make it so that this looks not so much as a hole. That looks good. The last one needs a little bit more. Oh my god, what kind of Pokemon do we have over there? Licky. Okay. We have a wild Licky. Right. There is that one. Let's get to this one. Oh, the former owner did not take off these parts. Right now, I can totally agree to it. Yes, I am going to attach some other stuff to it first, and then after that I will take it off before priming, if I think of it. This is a nice flagpole, a little bit rough on the side. Also this one, no, that was not this one. Keep your shit together, boy. Baldy, whatever, yeah. Officially I should attach a big sword to his back. Oh, wait a minute, is this one? Yeah, that has also, this certainly, yes. That one has already a sword to its back. So I am missing officially a sword. As I said, I am going to make a banner pole. Yeah, well, I already have, for Oldhammer, a regiment always consists of all the same type of warriors. So you always have the foot troops with swords, or better said, hand weapons, or spears. In this case we have a lot of riders, they all have lances. And they are all considered to have lances like this one, and I just saw that this one is a little bit off. Like there. So all those riders have the same weapons. There are 3 that do not have to have the same weapons. Well, they are a little bit the same weapons, only they have a little bit of different function. You have a musician, that's why I'm giving this one. He already had a nice instrument to blow on. And we do have a banner bearer, but that's this one already. So we do not really need a banner bearer, but you also have a champion. Now there is no really a champion in here, so why not give this model? Ah, I didn't catch the licky licky. Oh damn. So I am giving this one a bit of a back banner. A bit of a back banner. No, I'm giving it a back banner. And that makes it just the champion. Now I am thinking what, because he does have, and the former owner tried to pin the sword on its back, so there is a hole in it, which means, let's see, yeah, I will drill a little bit more in it, as I am going to pin the banner to its back. Otherwise it will not have, if I just super glue it, it will certainly fall off at some time. If you, as the surface where it is sticking to is really small. The only thing is, I need to get the hole in the banner exactly where I want it. So that I can attach it to its back and to the saddle. Let's zoom in a little bit so I can show you what I mean. This is the whole mini. It has a little nice raised saddle at the back. If I attach it to its back and to the saddle, it has 2 points where it is glued. And then I need to find the exact spot for drilling the hole. If these were parts that were meant to be together, there was a little trick to it. Oh. Yeah. Oh, throwing models around, throwing brushes around, no problem, but don't start throwing with knives. Please. This one is not completely in the middle, I see. I will adjust it a little bit. And again, the same as with the skull on the card, I want to make the hole quite deep, but not so deep that I am drilling into my own fingers, of course. So for this kind of small parts, don't use a power drill. You will drill complete. Drilling completely through this one, to be honest, it's not even that bad. As that's something I have done before. If I drill completely through it, I know I have maximum hold for the pin. Yeah, that would be wise to do. I will show you, that is my old-fashioned way of pinning. The one thing that I have to look out for, that I not drill in my own hand, on my fingers. So I'm using a cork to press. Normally I would do it like this on the table, but I can also show you like this. Very simple. If I drill a hole completely through, oh no, whoa, I'm already through. So I was really close to. Now I have to file this a little bit off so it gets straight again. As drilling always leaves a little bit of a residue that goes out. Now I remember that I have a little bowl with all kinds of small pieces of metal, rod, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, how far does this one go in? Not far enough, not yet. I will go a little bit deeper with this one. It has absolutely no use to drill all the way, almost all the way through. But if possible, always get at least 2-3 millimeters in. And sometimes you just get a little bit of a residue in the in the thread of the drill. Take it out. Start drilling again. It goes up. Somehow, if you clog up those threads, drilling is a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more time and a little bit more effort. That's deep enough. So I have my little piece of metal. Now I can fit everything in one go. Let's see if I put it in, and oh my god, yes, it's perfect. Oh, I was still zoomed in. You see, it is still touching the saddle, and it's now nicely put on the end. I even did get a I can take a little bit off. Can maybe see here on the end, the little rod is sticking out a little bit, but it's almost perfect. Sometimes you just have to have a little bit of luck. So I am taking this part of the metal. Yeah, I keep calling it a metal rod as the pin. Oh, and let's zoom out so you can see what I am doing. I am going to check again. A little bit. Yes, this is all a little bit extra work. Oh, you wouldn't have to do that when it is all plastic, I know. But the satisfaction that I get about of getting this stuff done, sorry, it's not the same as with plastic. Non-metallic metallic is such a pain and joy at the same time. Well, I can imagine it takes quite some effort, just like gluing and pinning metal models, but when you are finished with it and it looks exactly as you want it, I know the feeling. And a little bit on the saddle there. Let's get the banner in place. Damn. Now, because of the pin is a little bit smaller, see if I can get it there, is a little bit smaller than the hole. It is filled up with the super glue. Come on, get the cap on, yep. But I can always use a little bit of plastic putty to fill it up, but I think this gap is so small. If I use a little bit extra, a little drop of primer, the gap is already filled. So now I see I have been putting quite some pressure on it, so it's a little bit bent. Now that's a nice champion. The good thing, this one does get another, a little bit of a different, oh, good that I see that, because I see a little bit of flash over there, always at the pointy parts. Let's look at the whole, oh wait. Also, if this is the leader, and we said he was, I am going, they all have those weird things at the side of their helmets. Those are originally for wings, like this. I was going to give this one the wings, and it's the same model. Right. Sorry, you are no longer the champion. I am really sorry. No, I'm not. So this one is going to be the champion now, because he has already the backpack, the back banner, and a wild cargo. There we go. Let's try to catch it. An advantage that I have now is this is a metal model. I have a plastic arm. I will brush it a little bit. I should probably have brushed the whole model before I started gluing everything, but we will see with priming how it goes. You can always use a little bit of one of the things, if I notice it is still a little bit greasy, I'm not going to really wash it with soapy water. I am using some alcohol and a cotton swab or old brush, because alcohol will evaporate a little bit quicker than water and soap. First, before I do this, let's see if I can. I always try, even though this is a plastic part, I want to give it always at least 2 points where I can glue it. Hey, I did catch the Mag Carbo. Okay, yay, I will look later what it is. Yeah, I could use this as an extra gluing point. Only is that, yeah. If I go a little bit, I can go a little bit like this, and then I glue it on the metal. Yeah, let's do that. That has a little bit more surface to it. In that case, then the little this part is a little bit too thin to give really enough hole. And now we have the big weight again. As always, yeah, that's indeed the whole super glue thingy. Keep where you are. Stay where you are. Stay. If you can keep like this. The shoulder is a little bit in a strange position in this way, but he's just ready to stab, so I'll allow it. Now You are going to take a lunch break, okay? Good idea. How long have I been streaming? I'm already close to. Yeah, I will be taking a lunch break too in about 20 minutes. So enjoy your lunch, and I will see you hopefully tonight, maybe. Otherwise, have a great day. And I will. Friday there is no stream, as I am at Krutek's place. So I maybe see you at Saturday. On Saturday. English? Yes, I know. So this one will also get the wings on the helmet. Which will be a pain in the ass, I already see that. Because those are really, really little parts. And they are too thin to pin. Yay! Right one, that is the right one. They have a very small slit, so it does fit in here, on here, somehow, somewhere, somehow. Let's see, so we have that one, this already. Oh, I should see if the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord fits on the Orc Wyvern. Have I already checked that one? I don't believe. But I will check in half an hour or something when the super glue is dry. Not dry yet. As I said, those pieces are very small. I love those little details, but in plastic it would be a lot easier. But holding on, but just barely. Which means I will put this one to rest for now. Let's harden the. Very carefully put it down. Yay! Let's go to this little guy. Brush it off a little bit. I am going to reprime it, so is that even a word? Reprime it. I hope so. If not, no problem. I invented a new word. Well, almost a new word. The only thing is it does not really reach his mouth in any way, so that's a little bit. This would be nicer, but oh, wait, it is metal. Carefully bend it a little bit. Not enough yet, but I can go a little bit more. Like that. Now he is blowing his horn. Nice. But he has no lungs. But he's still blowing his horn. That's why undead drummers make more sense to me. Of course. An undead horn blower. How does he blow his horn? He does not have lungs. There's no air coming out. Oh, nice. I will be right back, guys. I'm back. Sorry, little phone call that I had to take, as I have been working so hard on my concrete garden. My dear little mom wanted to know if I was still alright. Yes, Mom, I am. No problem. Little hard work has never killed anybody, I hope. Yes, this one is able to sit on it. Does not have a saddle. So we can use this one. There is still a lot of cleaning up to do. But before we go to do that, let's get these two guys on their high horses again. As there is a lot of primer, and a little bit of primer is no problem. But it's better that it sticks to the metal. I'm guessing that there is quite a clog of, probably did forget a few times to clean off the, yeah, there it is. If I normally clean the nozzle of my super glue and paint pots almost every time I use them, and especially the super glue, but I apparently did forget that a few times. And now it did not close completely, which means that the nozzle will dry out at a certain point and get clogged. And with a simple little piece of toilet paper, I always have some pieces of toilet paper at hand. Let's find a nice, let's put it, that's nice and straight. Maybe a little bit too much to the front, but it's already catching. As you normally, I believe you sit a little bit more back, but so those things I have to attach later. This one we are going to also repaint, so get a little bit of that existing paint off. Yeah. Now I was so really careful with my drilling that I am not taking care of my filing, and I have stuck myself. Ooh-ah.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. They could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Hey, boo-hoo!
Yeah. Something like that. Now, the rib cages of the horses are not as wide that the minis can really fit with both legs on the rib cage, so I am off-centering it a little bit. One leg is a little bit more free than the other one. So, come on, you can do it, you can do it. No, then I'm going to do it my old-fashioned way. Just find the spot where you are still. Oh, and there was a little bit of super glue on there. Just a little spot, but and it's just a little prick. But I know that I do get very easily infection, so I will have to take care of it for a moment. Just to make sure. I certainly will not die from it. That's not the problem. As I said, I am quite. It's quite. Yeah. Somehow I do have a great defense against it. So it's not really getting too bad, but if I do not put some. It's already so small, I even have to get. Oh, it's over there. At least a plaster over it with some. The red stuff is called iodine, but this is something different, but it's also to disinfect. No idea how to call it in. It's a chlorhexidine solution, whatever. It helps against bacterial infection. I'm good again. Don't worry, no problems. Yeah, let's see if we can get this one. Now I have to get my file out because I did see there is quite some flesh on it. Let's zoom in. Let's see. Can I? There we go. And I mean about here under his armpit and his next to his middle. This is all flesh. That is indeed. When the mold is used, one mold is always used more than one time, and with metal minis that means it wears out quite, apparently a little bit quicker than with plastic, I guess, because with plastic I never see this kind of flash, but with metal minis a lot. You have to get rid of it. A small bit of mold line over these armor plates. It's always just like with plastic minis, always on the almost about the middle of the mini. the mold line, so keep on this side. There's also a little bit of flesh. There I have sandpaper sticks, at least that is how I call them. In the middle is a little bit of foam. You can. There's a little bit of flesh. Those are great for plastic minis. For metal minis, it's better to get a little file, a very fine file. I believe these are even called diamond files. I don't think there are diamonds on there. Otherwise they would be a lot more expensive. But these are so fine. They almost leave no mark on the mini. At least for painting, I cannot see any marks anyway. That's the body. Let's go over it again. Those are the spurs. Oh, over here a little bit still on this other side of the arm that I did forget. Now we have his lance. Oh, there's quite some. Here we have a nice bit of flesh. Here is some flesh. Then we need my knife for this one. There is a little piece of flesh. The tip has some flesh on it. Cut that away always. Make sure your thumb is out of the way, or whatever finger. Back to the file. Now, for those who do not know, why do you not use plastic minis, as these metal minis are so damn much work? Well, back in those days they could not get the same detail on plastic minis as they could on metal. Nowadays they can. They have better ways to make molds. The recipe for plastic probably has changed. So that's why in those old Hammer days a lot of great minis were made just from metal. Otherwise you were getting really dull models with almost no really details on it. And that also is one of the, and yeah, I am so used to handling metal models from all that work on those models that, yeah, plastic, it's so lightweight. I don't know, it gives just a little bit of a different feeling. If you are working on a metal model, maybe a little bit old school sentiment. That's his hell. There's a little bit of flesh over here and the little tail of the dragon. We have his shield. Let's see. There is a little bit of a mold line over here. Just a little bit. here it has been attached. Especially smaller parts, they had were not really on a sprue, but sometimes were attached to pieces of lead, just like that some models had for the stands for the slaughter bases. Those little pieces on them. The shield did have a little part I could see where it was attached to the metal sprue. The metal, yeah, I call it a metal sprue, but those parts normally were, most of the time they would get it off at the factory, so, because they could easily reuse that. Especially because then they did that because, well, metals are a little bit more expensive than plastic nowadays. Even though with the whole COVID stuff, plastic is still cheaper, but oh, that's what I mean. This back part, this part is in fact just an air hole, or maybe even the hole where they poured the metal in. And yeah, this little part has no. Yeah, they could, or they missed it at the factory, or it's not worth of getting that little part off, so they left it on. And we have a little bit of flesh over here, a nice big strand. Again, you see that little, thread over there. That's a little piece of metal flesh. Well, now I do know that the wing on my commander, my captain, my whatever, captain or captain, it's working, it's attached, because the whole model did fall. But the wing is still attached, so that's good. I am, yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's a little bit after, it's past 2 o'clock, no problem. Of course, because, well, what is the problem with time? It will pass anyway. I will try. I am going to put at least. Where is the the wing for the helmet? I will leave for a moment. I will put on his this sword over here. Yeah, attach it to its back. Over there, and to the back of his saddle, so you have 2 points. So it has 2 points where I can glue it to. Makes always a stronger bond. A little bit longer. Meanwhile, clean the tip of my super glue. That is the Zombie Dragon Rider. Did I give this one a name? The Eternal. Dragon the Eternal. Okay, foot on undead. What are they called? Come on. Foot on the undead dragon, and that is the one from the 3D print. And this one, foot on the orc wyvern. Unless I found a reaper. Don't talk with your mouth full. Unless I found a dragon, maybe a reaper dragon, that works better. But then we have really a massive dragon. Oh my. Yes, that sort is. Then we have to put over there. Let's put the sword also on this one, probably the same style. Over there and on the saddle, right. Let's get a little bit of the paint off. A lot of people like to paint minis in sub-assemblies. That's what I am doing with my Nagash. So also with this horse, indeed, it would maybe be easier to paint the rider and the paint the rider and the horse separately. Just from a painting perspective, but especially if you are painting for painting or just really for getting a really great paint job, then I would certainly advise to paint the horses and the rider separately. But right now nah. These are a little bit older models. I of course want them to look nice, but just tabletop quality is good enough for me in this case. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have 6 of them. Nice. Hadn't counted them yet. I believe originally I had 5. Oh, I still have some in my showcase, I guess. And of course I will make from the two, these ones, I will certainly make a better base. Because yeah, that's a nice green base, but come on, we can do better. At least meaning that I will add a little bit of more coarse sand to it, and add a few tufts of grass. Make the edge. That one is still green because then it looks more like the grass they are riding on. But nope, that was my pre-black edge painting. That sword is also on there. No longer. It happens, yeah, I know. It's always so damn. It's what? So damn. I'm holding that one. Let's just try. Why not? Why not? Then both my hands have something to do. Ooh. Huh, why not? La 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 la. So, how is everybody doing? It's what I heard. It would be quite a rainy day today, but I see no clouds and a lot of sun. So I guess everybody who is going to the festivities, they will have a great King's Day. That's good. In the town a little bit further on there is a King's Day celebration. Problem is, it will cost me money for the wrong reasons. Because I will buy a lot of shit just because there is it's tradition in the Netherlands on King's Day you are not officially allowed to sell stuff on the street. You need to go. You need to have papers to stand on the markets, that kind of stuff. But on King's Day, everybody is allowed to just sell stuff, and well, the right stuff, of course. Anything you have left you want to sell, you can sell. It's a flea market, and that's most of the time free. As far as I know, I've never done it, but oh, the sword is holding on. The sword is holding on. That's a little bit of a problem with these models, indeed. Metal models are great, but oh wait, I see a second point to attach it. Over there. So yeah, if I go to the activities, I will certainly visit also the flea market, and yeah, certainly will see a lot of stuff that I don't need, but I do want, because I think I can use it somehow, somewhere. So no, I am not going to the flea market. Also not to the other festivities. In a few hours, well, I will at 3 o'clock. So in half an hour, about. Unless I have already finished these, I will have a little lunch. Well, late lunch, early dinner. And I guess I will stream in about 3.5 hours again. Then I hope I have, I guess I will have primed everything, and we can start old school painting these guys. At least some of them. It's not working. Then let's see. Yeah, we are going to try another. No. Ah! And the sword is loose again. Why? We let this all dry. Let's go back to another mini. You know what? I'll give he's on a dragon. Let's just glue his head on. This vampire dragon guy, he will be looking down, so that's, his head is already a little bit in that position. Ooh. Now I have to look if I put him on the wyvern. Can he still have his mantle, his cloak, his cape, his whatever? And on the other side, what kind of dragons do we all have to put him on? I have dragons more than enough. People who have followed me a little bit longer than today, they know that I have a little bit of Bones 5 dragons laying around, looking at them right now. The head, it's still not completely dry. Leave it. I will see what kind of dragons do we have that could fit. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys, next time when I am looking for dragons, I should be looking at my whole dragon collection, because I here have the original undead zombie dragon for this mini. There we go. I have everything complete. Nice. And even nicer, I don't know why I did put it with the dragons, maybe because it looks like a dragon, but it's not. It's a living nightmare or winged nightmare for this little guy. So, where are you? Oh, wait. Okay, I am even going. Is it the ring? I have everything complete. Yay! That's, I don't have the original. On King's Day, you normally drink oranje bitter. Have no idea what it tastes like, but everybody I talk to, they say they don't like it, but hey, it's apparently the thing you have to drink on King's Day. Well, sorry, I do it with an Irish whiskey. Yay! Yes! So, I still have everything complete. Nice! Well, you can see I have, I believe this one I did paint over at least already 3 times. This one I did start many, a few years ago. Yeah, and never, yeah, I did give up because I could not get it to the standards of the box art. So, yeah, right. I'm certainly not going to. Oh man, I am so glad now. I am happy. So, you know what? Let's get. Yes! That's it? Oh, come on. I thought it was the whole song. Never mind. So, yes, I am a bit happy. Oh, do I need all these tools? No, I don't. So I will clean up a little bit. Oh. Hey, sorry guy, but I don't need you. No, you can go back to wherever you came. Hey, hey, this one can go. What would be a nice one, but yeah, I mean, this is, it's a little bit different. There's a little bit of difference here. So I will stick to the original one. You go back to wherever you came. Then that is right here with all the giants. And come on, you could whatever. Go there. These two I can put here. You can go back over there. And you two go back in my little box. You go back over there. After when I have glued everything, I will have to vacuum this whole part because of all the little pieces of metal and everything. Good, let's give it another try with this guy. Yes. Now to get this lens. Yeah. I will. Let's check it a little bit better. Yeah, I will just on the shirt glue it on the shoulder and on the knee. Because this joint, that, as I said, these undead, they don't have very big arm joints, so you have very little room for the glue to hold on. Oh, this is all really old school work. And oh man, I am so happy that I have my... Okay, I need to... this is one of the things I never understood from Games Workshop. The old... Oh, this one is even completely warped. Damn. Look at that. It's completely warped. But no matter. I did put some magnets in there a few years ago. That is new, so that's good. And this one has the same few magnets, and that is good. But I never understood why Games Workshop made those holes in there, because in the time they made these, nobody was using magnets. So. Other thing is that I like to put the name of the model and the manufacturer here on the bottom of the base. Yeah, I have no room to write. Is there an insect? There has been an insect in there. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So I have to find another. Yeah. Do I have something to fill it up with? Something that is easy to fill it up with? No, I don't. But I also do not feel really like to I think I will rebase them. I am not going to use them in any games anymore. And they are quite big, but the bases are not that big. I have bigger bases. They are round, so I can make them a little bit more scenic. I think that's better. And then I also have room for writing down what mini it is. And this one is completely warped. Look at that. It's... How can I show it? This one is straight. Look, it's completely not fitting there. I have to repair that one also sometime. Anywho, Let's see if we can get this one to stick somewhere. The sword is now sticking. Oh, come on. I want it to stick to the shoulder. A little piece of leg armor he has there. Oh, I do see that my camera is quite... My face cam is quite... I'm not even reading that much. Very carefully put this one down. No, I'm not going to put it down. I'm going to put it down like this. So we can... I'm going to push my face, sorry. I'm going to push my face cam a little bit further away. So you get a little bit of bigger view of my room. I will go a little bit to the side so you can see all the nice minis behind me. Well, not all of them, but okay. This one. The heck is attached. Yay! Yeah! Yay! Yay! Which also means, sorry guy, but I don't need you too. I don't need you. Oh damn! And I can already say that I have tried to repaint this one also several times. Oh, that's right. I just bought my airbrush. So I tried out some airbrushing, it went really well, and then it slipped, fell, broke off his tail, his horn, and then I gave it up. That's right, so you can go back to wherever you came. Now I have to see how am I going to fit you on. Probably you have to fit on here. That's nice. That means that I can. I do have the Blood Dragon Vampire. Oh damn! This is the wrong one. That's okay. I keep them confused a little bit, so that's why it's very important to keep your stuff. Oh, we have room enough. Yes, so the cape will also be no problem. I see, no problem. Good, so I can just put them on. And the lens can be pointed forward. And again, I make a little mistake. I should have tried to fit it on before I try to glue it on, but I see they have quite some surface on there. And yeah, never put pressure on a freshly glued head. I should have held it like this. Then why didn't you do that? And I thought he was nicely shouting for his men. Let's attack! And now he's holding a shield. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. If the shield, like it is right now, already you can, he has two little pieces sticking out, so you know where to put the hand. Well, it's just the normal attachment for a shield, so you can grab it. It is so well made. It's already almost sticking there on its own. Hey Viking Pie, hello, are you just in time? I have good news, but it has to wait for a moment. Because while you, I hope you enjoyed your lunch. In about 15 minutes I will take a break and go for a lunch myself. The good news is I did go to my little tray of dragons to search for a dragon to put this one on. And look what I found. The original metal zombie dragon from Games Workshop. Of course, if I have a trolley that is full with dragons, I have collected all my dragons there. No, I don't. And even better, the reason why I could not find my winged nightmare, this little guy, is because I put it between the dragons. So, I have all the models and the original mounts. I'm a bit happy, a little bit. You can imagine. And of course, now I have painted. Makes sense, yeah, I mean, why not put a winged nightmare between dragons? Wow! Yeah, wow! Yeah! So, let's see. This one, if the head holds, I only have to put one shield on one more mini. Oh, I have still that little bastard wing to do. Damn. So it's now all the big weight for all the super glue to dry enough so I can let it go and let it dry a little bit more while I'm not holding it. If that makes sense. Yes, it should. No, that is still not holding. Still not holding. It is possible that there is a little bit too much glue on there. Don't move that much. Blowing a little bit will sometimes help. And yes, you can use an accelerator, but it will not always run in all the crevices, so you have not always, no, it's still not holding. La 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 la. But yeah, anywho. So my plans for this afternoon and the evening at around 3 o'clock, when I have finished gluing this, more or less, I will go for a late lunch, early dinner break. Come on, super glue, you have to. And I will, after that, I will prime everything off stream. And so that I can start painting these. Oh, I will also rebase. I will also rebase the dragon and the winged nightmare. Oh, come on, come on! Because those are on old Warhammer bases. Are you stalling working on Nagash? No, 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 no. These are his troops. It's more important than Nagash. Come on. No, I'm certainly not stalling, but yeah. Oh, I do have decided I will paint his belt that I did forget. And I will paint his belt the same style as I did all the other copper parts. I will finish his head and the books of all the swirls. And so I will not make the rest of the copper look the same as the little copper piece on his crown. Because, to be honest, I do like how it looks right now. And yes, I do have to finish Nagash as soon as possible. Oh, I have to change a little bit in my notes. I made nice notes about that the vampire on Winged Nightmare I have to put on Orc Wyvern. No, I don't. Because we have found the nice little beastie, and this one we do not put on the undead dragon. Yeah, we do put it on the undead dragon, but the original undead dragon. Yay! Wild Lotad has appeared. Okay, I have my hands free right now. Let's pokey catch that one. Papa Praya, finish Nagash? Impossible. Nagash will never be. Yeah, that's true. That's completely true. You are on to me, Papa Praya. Damn. But then, oh god, nice. It's one of the things. Never mind. Indeed, but what is an army general without an army? And his army are these little guys. So I at least have to do a little bit about this before I go on with Nagash. And nice. I guess you did see what I just did there. I opened the pot of superglue while holding the lid in my mouth and try to close it that way. And yay, the Lotad has caught by me. And of course, when closing it for the with the same method, I missed the cap and now I have a little bit of super glue on my lip. I'm used to that, no problem. That's Now I am going to try. Whoops, a nice blob of super glue. Because the last big wing on the helm. See if we can get that one fixed within the next 5 minutes. No, not going to happen. As I said, those little small details are really great. But get them really nicely attached. At least you didn't glue your mouth shut. Yeah, that's. And it would be a quite nice stream, nice quiet stream. The only problem is when holding a model while the glue dries, it's a little bit hard to use sign language, which I also do not know. So, okay, this little wing we have to go to do, and then a cape, and then I am finished gluing. Again, a little bit of wind blowing. The problem is always the timing. If you let go too soon, everything will fall off. I'm not going to finish that sentence. Good. Now we can go to the cape. This nice little bastard. Excuse me. Did you this vampire lord? Did you call this vampire lord a bastard? Yeah. And I see. Whoops. Yeah. I'm going to glue it to his head too. Strut will remember. Oh damn. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily Strut is D&D, not Warhammer. Woo. Wait. Isn't there a model? Strut from cast time? Something? Uh-oh. Ah no, it's Vlad from Kaarstein. Who? Ha! So it's a different vampire, no problem. I hope. Mr. GM. But I am my coffee is already cold. The rest of it. That one is holding for now. How do I? Oh, wait. Maybe this isn't a good idea. So a little pressure on it. So I have 3 completely not painted minis. I have 1 half painted mini. I have 2 older minis that I still want to repaint. I mean, if I am going to yeah, let's repaint them all. Let's yeah. And I have a little few of these. I have the cards. I have those nice. I have to rebase these, but that I will do after the break. Or after the break, I will certainly prime them. So for now, this is the end of this this stream. If you have time, I will see you in about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And then I will stream probably 1 to 2 hours because I have to go to bed early. Sorry. But thank you already for watching, and hope to see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.
That was wonderful.
I'll be back.